Today we're cutting down one of the goofiest and biggest trees I think we've cut down at the property. And there's a little bit at stake because behind the camera is things that we don't want the tree to fall on, and that would be very bad. What makes it goofy is that at the beginning of the tree it's straight up and down, and then it runs back away from the camera, and then ultimately the tree curves towards the camera. There's also big limbs hanging above our heads, and this is overall a very scary tree.
Yeah.
It was a good one.
I mean, so if you would have started any deeper, see, you might have been a little too deep.
All right. I don't know how, that's probably what, 3.5 feet long. It's a big tree. So 20-inch, the bar, 20-inch all the way in. I was all the way in on both sides.
Yeah.
So it took everything I had. That's a big tree. That limb was really, really scary, hanging out over the X. I know I didn't like that, but well, I saved a few $100. So sometimes Dad and I question whether we should have got a bigger tractor without a cab. And it's really raining quite hard today. And I'm just moving logs and moving tires to make a new shooting stop in the tractor with my cab. And it's raining pretty good. And you know, today I can't say that I regret getting a cab much. Do I wish I had a bigger tractor? I do. But this is quite nice. I'll show you here. Watch this. This is nice. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's hard to beat. I got the AC running. It's a little humid. It's staying not foggy in here. I can see everything. Not getting wet. So if you ever wonder if you're going to buy a tractor, should you get the cab? I'm going to say yes. It's nice in the summer when you're bush hogging. No bugs, no getting stung. Less allergies, less mess. And then in the winter, you stay nice and warm, and if it's raining, you still do stuff. I mean, I guess you can do stuff if you're not a sis, but... So I haven't posted a video for a while. I got busy there for a few months. We were really thinking about making the move to build a house out here, and I had everything lined up. We were going to build this garage. We were going to sell my house real quick. We were going to build this house, live with my parents, have my stuff stored in the garage. And then kind of everything fell apart. Nothing about this plan went particularly well, so we're kind of pulling out, seeing what comes, because originally we were going to sell this house, put all of our stuff in that garage, and wait for that house to be built. But they all seem to have issues. The foundation that I filled in, nobody wants to quite take the risk of being the one that builds over what used to be a hole, which is quite unfortunate, because really that's the only place that I have to build. So then you have the issue of the septic tank, and because there was so much disturbed ground, it's going to be hard to find a spot to actually put the septic. So this house build is just not going well. I really don't want to put the house in a spot where I'm not happy with it, if we're going to be stuck here probably the rest of our lives, hopefully. So we are putting a pause. Then I had some issues with the garage, so I had some contractor come out. It just didn't work out. I really don't think that he knew what he was doing. I think this is one of his first garages. Nice enough guys, but man, there were some really big mistakes. So I had to unfortunately fire them. Then actually we're using my parents' home builder to finish the garage, which I have no doubt he will do a good job. So now the garage that I originally was going to make to hold my stuff of my house is probably now going to be a shop, which is not the worst thing in the world. And I have a 9x9 door, so I definitely can fit the tractor in. May even be able to fit the excavator in. Now I don't know how much room I'll have to work and stuff, but it'll be pretty sweet. It'll be AC and heated eventually. Dad and I are going to finish the interior. Going to use a mini split, but let me go ahead and show you that. So there she is. So we're kind of in limbo. The new guy starts next week. The drip edge was installed wrong, and those got damaged the way that they did that. So this roof is going to be redone. There was also only 3 nails per shingle. And the drip edge is holding water at the bottom, or otherwise is flanged, which is not good. Anyway, this is going to get done. And then I just did some grading yesterday with the excavator, try to make water slough off. But I'm so excited for this building to be done. It'll be pretty cool. If you're watching and don't care to hear all that, I'm sorry, but this is more of a chronicle for me in the future. I'll look back and laugh on this one day, but in the last few weeks I've not been laughing. So I know there for a while I was working on my house trying to get it ready for sale, and it was stressful for a few weeks, but now that we made the decision, there's not really any stress left. So now I just get to do what I want. So I have this week off. So now let's try to take you over and show you what I'm actually doing here. Number one, I moved these logs and kind of consolidated them. I got a guy that's going to come take them. There's some over there too. And then I have some way over by the old house. So I moved all those while here in the rain with paddle forks. And then the next thing that I'm doing is I am also taking what used to be the gun range, and this was made before I even got here. I think these are all semi tires, and there's quite a few of them. So my parents' house is like literally right there. So we have not used the gun range since they built the house. So I'm gonna take this, all those, and move them way over there. Sometimes you just gotta kind of catch them by the forks. There's no really great way to do this. They're actually heavier than they look. Now, if only I had a cab on my excavator. Now, I have definitely got on the excavator when it's been raining before, the rain jacket. And I still just may do that, but it's preferable than sitting in this nice cab. In fact, if I had the right connector, I'd be playing some music. It's worth mentioning now the Coyote has 425 hours. And no problems today. No real problems anyway, let's put it that way. Or problems that were induced from us running into something or doing something wrong. Sometimes I do have skills, not always, but I can't believe I picked up that whole stack just with the forks. My father-in-law was nice enough to come out and let me use his drone, so take a little ride with me as I show you what we did in the last year. So something we worked on when the temperatures got better was the lane. If you look down, you can see where there's no bushes between the trees because we went up and down both sides with the farmer's permission on his side to make some pretty big brush piles and clean out the drive up and down. It looks so much better without all the honeysuckle there. Another big pile right there. Moving on to where we filled the foundation.
looks so much better, and it's nice not to have a big ugly hole with concrete blocks in there. Where I tore down the garage in previous videos, you can see the new garage being built on the same old slab over there. Super excited to have that building done. Moving over to where the new gun range is, I worked with a construction company who brought me 200 triaxles of material for free. Most of it was concrete and chipped asphalt, but they did give me some dirt to put on top of it. And that allowed me to build a trail higher up from Levi's trail, so I can actually take machines and tractors back through the woods now. We filled the hole with fill from the construction project where we originally took the dirt to fill the foundation in the first place, so that was pretty cool too. Moving on to the beautiful fall colors. I've always meant to capture this over multiple years now.